What's up, everybody? I am Mr. Saturn, and I have a really cool guest from Florida, Chachi Versace.
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Of course, my pleasure, and I thank you for joining me, man, all the way from Florida through this Wi-Fi connection we got going on.
Yes, sir. Magic of the internet.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump right into it, man. Your last name is Gonzalez, so I'm assuming
Yes.
you're Latino or Hispano.
It's funny. I was just watching your interview with Nate Rivera on the same subject, man. I'm Puerto Rican. I don't speak a bit of Spanish, man. I was raised by a white man.
Okay, no worries. So did your I mean, were you born in Puerto Rico or were you born here in the States?
I was here, born here in New Jersey,
Okay, cool,
along
cool.
with most of the other Puerto Ricans that come
Yeah.
here.
It reminds me of that Seinfeld episode, the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Craziness,
Oh man, I
craziness.
love Seinfeld. I don't remember that episode though.
It was like in later seasons, bro. It was when what's his name just wasn't writing for the show anymore, so it kind of just started going downhill.
Gotcha.
So what was it like? Good. Okay, I'm glad I you told me that. So what was it like growing with a Puerto Rican background, but being raised, I guess, American? I don't want to go throw out white people, But what was it like?
Um, for me, it's no different, man. I didn't feel any type of segregation because of being Spanish. Typical childhood, man. Just grow up
Yeah.
normal.
And you grew up in Jersey, in New Jersey.
So I was born in New Jersey, but I've been in Florida most of my life, so I'm pretty much a Florida boy. I've been here
Okay.
since 3 years old. Went back to New Jersey for a little bit, but came back here and been here since.
New Jersey just you didn't. It wasn't for you.
No, the people are
I
different, man.
I hear. I'm watching
Yeah,
The Sopranos, so I know that's a Jersey mob.
yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so I assume, bro, that because when I saw your fight, and I mean, I say this all the time, man. There's a lot of people who have their debut in BKFC, and they feel the first punch, and they already know right then and there. I don't want this. I didn't know this, But you were there taking it, and you were giving it back. I mean, what was going through your mind? What was pushing you inside in your mind to like, oh man, I gotta keep pushing.
Yeah, I'll try not to get emotional because this question actually just came up from my family for the first time from my
Okay,
family. And, if you know my background, the story with my daughter, man,
yes,
she
sir.
went through a lot, flipped a switch in my head. But I always, kind of considered myself a tough guy, bro. But seeing what my daughter went through with my own eyes, like bars in her body,
Yeah,
20-minute long seizure, stabbings and pokes and prods, everything that she had been through, bro. That's what goes through my head. Um, I constantly, when I run at home, any workouts I typically do, I try to have those thoughts in my head and practice pushing past quit all the time.
that's good.
That's something, it's mental just as much as it is physical. But if you can knock that mental out first, I believe you can push way past the physical pain. And that's what I think about, man. I refuse to have quit in my heart right now.
So you're telling yourself in your head like, fuck this, man. I'm not gonna give up. My baby girl. Like you're just speaking to yourself. I mean, I imagine that's what's happening, right?
Exactly, man. That is literally in my head, like what I'm thinking about every time I step to the line. Each round I step to the line. In the second round, bro, I've never been thrown to the ground in BKFC, man. That ground was hard, but it knocked the literal wind out of me, bro. And I do a
Shit.
lot of cardio, but I just lost all my gas when he threw me down early on in the fight. So for like the next couple rounds, I was just like pushing past quit, bro, because
I
at
like
one
that.
point, even in the middle of the rounds, I went to my corner and I almost puked. Like I was gagging at the bucket. I was like, I can't puke. Like I have to suck it up and
Dry
keep
heaved.
going, man. Uh, yeah, I had to push past quit, man. Yeah, that's my thought. on
I like that, man. I'm gonna start hashtagging that. I like to upload like inspirational things because one thing that I struggle with, and I want to ask these questions to fighters who fight for something, not necessarily to get paid, but who has. I want I ask these questions to fighters who have something that's pushing them because I went through a similar thing, but I don't know if I'm just built weird or something, but like after my ordeal, it's hard for me. I feel like I'm stuck, and I keep telling myself like I'm doing it for so and so. Like my wife wouldn't want me to stay still. Like keep pushing, but I'm just not. I don't know. I'm like a big giant rock, and I just unmovable. So I like to give people fighters perspectives on what moves them. So I appreciate you telling me your story and hashtag push past quit.
Yeah,
That
that's a
should
good
be
one.
like on a Rocky movie, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, that's like a gym quote for sure. Something you see on
Yeah,
the wall.
on the wall. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So were you always a brawler? Were you always a scrapper?
So, again, I had the normal childhood growing up, but I'm a little guy now. So you can imagine me being little when I was growing up, man. I was always getting picked on in school and stuff. Um, Education is super important to me. So I always would focus on school. And man, I had a real tough dad. Like I said, a big white guy from Virginia. And man, I'd come home from school, and when I'd get picked on, I'd just cry and cry and just take it until basically my dad got tired of me crying. And they're like, "No, go to school, and kick his ass, pick the biggest guy, and just let everybody watch him fall." And then, man,
Hell
I'd
yeah.
do that. I'd do that, and then I'd get kicked out of that school. I'd have to go to a new school.
See, Dad.
Yeah, yeah, because not all the time that everybody was there to witness you beating somebody up. So there'd be numerous times around school that people would try me. Of course, got picked on a lot, man. Is probably part of what made me tough today is all taking all that and trying again to push past the bullying until I couldn't take it anymore. Um, Out of school, man, I grew up in Tampa, kind of a little rough neighborhood, hanging out with some bad kids and stuff. I got a lot of street fights and things. Um, None of that thought me I was ever gonna lead to this today for sure.
Yeah. Uh, so you're saying Dad was tough. Was he like a military dude, or he was just
Not
tough
just the
all around?
old school Virginia raised white
Serious.
guy, man. His family real. I don't know if his family was real strict or anything, but I would say he was kind of a strict dad, but a fun dad. But he didn't mess around, man. He meant business. He was a great dad. Had his head on right, so you know
Uh,
didn't steer me in the wrong direction.
and I think you can agree, Chachi, that I think having a father figure and a tough father figure in your life has a lot to do with where you're gonna be at in the future. At least your mindset. Maybe not everybody's gonna be at a certain place in their life at the same time. Everybody's at a different level, but I think having a dad really changes the way you think versus not having a present dad. Do you think your dad had a lot to do with where you're at right now?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And also this is a part of that switch that got flipped with my daughter is my my biological dad wasn't around, and when he wasn't great. So my dad, the white man from Virginia, stepped in as my stepdad, taking care of a whole family that wasn't his. So
Jeez.
immediately, responsibility on his shoulders. He had to be mature and had to
Okay.
be a breadwinner. I think all those traits that he had, put a good stamp on me. And again, now with that flip too, bro, where I flip my life around, I have a positive role model. I know, okay, hey, I got to be him and more. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have two younger sisters.
Are they your full-blooded siblings? Or are they?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So dad adopted the whole family, the family, I guess.
Yeah.
And kudos to your old man. Hey,
Yeah.
props. How was it growing up with your siblings? Did you get along with them?
Yeah. Actually, I've got two younger sisters, just a year and then another year under me. So we stayed real close the whole time. Um, you know, of course, beating up some of the boys,
I was gonna ask.
sticking up for my sisters,
Good.
and man, it was fun. I don't know. It's not like it's not like what I would think growing up with two girly girls would be. They were kind of tomboyish with us. It
Okay. Do they
was
like
pretty cool.
watching your fights? Are they fight
Yes,
fans? Yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
don't know if they like the fight so much, but maybe more of rooting on their brother. So
That's right. That's right. I have a sister, a really cool sister. She's a hardcore sports fanatic, more than the guys. Some guys I know, and yeah, I usually go to her house to watch combat sports and big barbecue. You know how Latinos do it and stuff.
like yeah,
Um, are you close to them now? Your
yeah,
sisters?
yes sir.
Nice. Good. 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 So in one of your interviews, and this is one of the things that I kind of like. I think getting to know you is going to be real cool because you were mentioning something about a Facebook. You had something going on Facebook, and you didn't even want to upload your picture because you were a little fatty. Is that true?
Yeah. So when I came into combat sports, like after the switch was flipped, and this is what I decided I wanted to do. Um, I was mad embarrassed, bro. I've never been so heavy in my life. I was, if not 300 pounds, very near 300 pounds. And when I'd sit on the couch, I was ashamed to look at my stomach, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I didn't have any pictures on Facebook. I was doing graphics and logos, banners, and stuff for BKFC
Nice,
fighters. So
nice.
I started my name in this game with them just tagging my name all over the internet. So
Okay. Oh
I
man.
gained popularity early on that way.
For anybody in BKFC watching this, I'm just doing interviews. I do not want to step into the ring. All right, just keep me out. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. So you're 5'11".
No, I wish.
Oh, good.
Spanish, bro. What do you think?
Hey, I'm 5'11". I thought you were. I don't know where I saw 5'11". I must be tripping.
I'm the stereotypical Spanish. I'm like 5'6".
Okay, okay. You know what? In the ring, man, a lot of people look a lot taller than. I gotta admit that a lot of
Hey,
people
that's
look a
good
lot taller.
news.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good
TV
news.
TV not only adds weight, it adds height.
Heck yeah.
I've struggled so much with weight, bro. I've always been embarrassed. I've always been the sloucher to hide my body, like overcoats and everything. So when you were saying that, I'm like, man. And then you were talking about your weight loss journey, bro. If you don't mind breaking it down, maybe you can inspire me because I'm still trying to shed weight, bro.
Yeah, so what inspired the whole thing? What started really, I wasn't heavy, but trauma I went through in the hospital with my daughter between stress and horrible hospital food and not leaving a chair for however many months at a time we were there. But it was just her determination. I went home, man, and first thing I did, bro, was I put a stationary bike in front of the TV. Cut
Okay.
out laziness, bro.
Okay.
You can do it too, bro. You get in front of the TV, man. Your favorite movies, TV shows, video games, whatever it is. I say this on every interview. Everybody I talk to, put a stationary bike there, man. You be pedaling your ass off before you know it. Especially if you in the games like Madden, like I am, bro. You're playing the game, you throw the ball, but then you're pedaling slow. You break off to the end zone, man. You're pedaling fast, and you don't even realize it. And you're cutting them calories, bro, just sitting there. And same thing with the movies and stuff. I watch a lot of documentaries, continuously learning. So even learning gets me a little hype sometimes. Where I'm like, oh,
Yes, sir.
what? You ever seen that show? How It's Made? There's some interesting things on there. Yeah, man. That and my gym. Kevin Smith pushing me hard, bro. I lived in the gym a while. Just staying dedicated, man. Push past quit, bro.
Oh, there it goes again. Yes, yes. So,
It doesn't even need to be your motivation, bro. Think about, you know, that person, your person doesn't want you to quit either, bro.
yeah, I know. I know, brother. And I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But I'm gonna grab on to push past quit, bro. Cause I was going to a boxing gym and we had a new trainer and he went extra hard than our normal trainer. And I was like giving up. I kept getting up, getting water, and normally I was there in it. And then I ended up embarrassingly, but I'm back in. I ended up walking out halfway through the thing with my head down, and I can hear like strangers in my head telling me bad things. I snapped out of it right away, but yeah, man. I'm gonna use that next time. And, like, or just for example, there is no tomorrow. It's similar, that you got to do it now. You can't quit. There's no tomorrow is never promised. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
If you wait till tomorrow, you're already a day behind.
Damn, bro. Damn. Okay, Chachi. um.
That's off my head. That's some wicked stuff, right?
Okay. I mean, we got
I like
let's
it.
let's write a book, bro.
Yeah,
Inspirational quotes for people to
there
grab
we
onto.
go.
Yes, sir. Tell it. Okay, so what would you say is like your style? I mean, I'm checking you out. I have the same shirt too. I got over at in Kansas City once.
I know. I was there with you. We didn't talk, I don't think. I'm not sure if we shook hands,
Chachi.
but I was there too.
No shit. Oh,
Yeah.
what? Oh, that's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, you were
I was
sitting
with
next to
Ben.
Ben.
I was
Yeah.
next to Ben. Oh God. Okay, cool. See, I'm glad we
Yeah.
made the connection. That's cool.
Yeah, that was
So
a super great class too, man.
yeah, it was. It was. That's what's pushing me right now. As a matter of fact, bro, this is another motivational thing.
Awesome.
I have one more exam, and then I can start shadowing referees and judges. And as soon
Nice.
as I knock that out, I'm gonna start doing that because I mean, I want to do that. I just want to be involved in any. I want to do something that's greater than myself. I think I heard that once. And
Mhm.
this is something. Doing these interviews is beyond me. Like I don't really do it for me because I don't get accolades. But it's good to try to push fighters out there. Who. I mean, if you see some of my interviews, most of them are people who had one or two fights already. I haven't had many. So yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. I mean, what about you? Is that something that you're maybe interested in, referee or judging?
Um, Same like you just said, bro. I just, I did the fight interview right in front of Sean Willock's face, and I told him the same thing. I didn't really have an interest in judging or refereeing at all,
Yeah.
not even the slightest bit.
Okay.
Now I do since I took those courses. Absolutely, some awesome information in those
Yeah.
courses, bro. Um, but I'm just trying to find my lane, bro. Not even
Yep.
necessarily wanting to be a fighter. It's fun. I definitely enjoy it, and I want to do it. But it's something I want to add on to my resume. You know what I'm saying? I want the ins and outs of fighting. Um, every possible way I can keep my name in the sport, I want to do it, bro. Another thing I said
Hell
too,
yeah.
there's no retirement plan for bare knuckle fighting or any fighting in general. There's no 401k for this. You know what I'm saying? You could get hurt in your first fight, you can get hurt in the second, third fight, you might be down for a while. So you've
Yeah.
got to find different avenues to stay in the game, man.
Yeah. Yeah. We're on the same boat then. Good. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hopefully one day we get to official. If you end up dabbling a little bit in referee or judging, man, maybe we'll catch we'll official for a fight together. I say that to the people that showed up there. I've made quite a few
Yeah.
friends. It was a great experience.
It was. I met so many people there, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even expect that many people to be there.
Same. Same. They have another one coming up. Are
Oh,
you
he's
thinking about it?
doing Indiana,
Texas.
Texas. Um, Financially, right now, I can't do it again
Me
yet,
too.
but
Me too.
I did talk to Sean, and he's got some plans to change a few things. I think I'm gonna let it develop a little more, and then maybe take the course again.
Yeah.
Um, but I follow them. I follow Ellie and Sean, watch what they're doing, see if
Yeah.
there's any drastic changes that I am interested in.
Yeah, same, same. I like Sean. He's a cool guy. He's really there to help you out. He When I messaged him, he's always like, yeah, man. Hey, if you need me to link you up with the a referee or something, if you want to connect with somebody, just let me know. He'll respond. Usually, people from the company are really hard to reach, but I get it. They're pretty busy.
Yeah.
Um, so if I was a tourist and I've never been to the East Coast and I'm coming to your town, what would you say is the best? Where would you take me if I came? It was like, yo, Chachi, let's go party or let's go do something. What would you recommend us go do? Where would you take me, bro?
Man, yeah, you gotta finish writing out your dating profile so I know what you like. I can't.
Oh shit.
Honestly, I'm not a party guy, but Ebor's cool if you like to party. I'm the beach chill guy, man. There's always something cool at Clearwater Beach too. The Pier 60 down there. It's got vendors, lots of cool artists, local artists that paint, make things. Always something going on at the beach concerts. I think right now they have um, like giant sand sculptures and stuff. It's pretty cool. That's the
Really?
hot spot, yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay, so I guess what I'm getting is you're more, I guess you could say a homebody. You like being outdoors, but you're more relaxed. You're not really out there. You just kick back.
Now, yes, I had that wild side, but now, yeah, I'm homebody for sure, man. Chill.
Okay, okay. What's a typical Sunday look like for you guys?
Sunday, man, that's home with my kids. Just relax, watch movies, try to do some dad time. I don't get a whole lot of dad time, so
Oh
that's my
yeah.
day.
How old is your kiddo?
I have a baby right now with my wife. We've got two kids. We've got a 5-year-old and our baby that's almost two.
Oh, congratulations, even though she's two on the new baby.
Thank you.
Um, so your 5-year-old, does she watch your fights?
It's a boy, and yes, he is a big bare knuckle fan.
Okay, my bad, my bad. Okay,
You
cool.
good?
Do you expect him maybe to get into fighting, or I mean, maybe not. That's pretty brutal, but where do you see your kiddo?
Um, Man, it's tough to say because 5, I feel like he's still figuring out his own personality, man. Um, but we just put a picture up actually like 2 days ago, both kids up there, hitting the mitts with each other and stuff. So they're interested
Nice.
in it. But I don't know what he'll do with his future, man.
You
Hopefully
know,
something cool.
I know for sure an influence. I mean, you see it in movies, man. There's a parent who's putting the idea of a certain sport in their kid, and he just pushes it all the way, and they'll take it pretty far. I mean, it's possible if you keep that idea, plant that seed, and water it, and it might be. But I guess ultimately, if I was in your shoes, I don't know. I'd rather do the fighting, and you do something else. Be a
Well,
lawyer.
yeah. One cool way to look at it, man, like I said, the push and pass quit thing is no matter what the kids want to do, if they see me doing this and they hear these interviews and they know I'm in there, even if I'm getting my ass beat, but I'm pushing past quit, man.
That's
Whatever
right.
it is, don't give up. Whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Just push past quit.
That's right. That's right. So growing up, you grew up in a I guess I don't even like saying the word for whatever freaking reason, but in a white home, I guess, right? Did you get to experience some of your culture outside of the home, or maybe other relatives that you got to hang out, or maybe food or music? Are you in tune with your Puerto Rican roots?
Um, Not so much really. We have also the bigger side is probably the Italian side of my family,
Okay.
so mostly into that, the Italian food, and Italians like to party too and drink and things. Um, didn't mingle so much with the Spanish side of my family, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. Um, You just mentioned watching movies with your kiddos and your family. So, what would you say is your favorite movie?
Ooh,
It's tough, I know.
Back to the Future.
Okay, Chachi, that's very interesting, and I have to go on off of that. Why Back to the Future?
Man, it resonates with me, man. As a guy, he's like the loser kid in the movie getting picked on by Biff and Steph,
He's an
and
asshole.
yeah, he's kind of an undercover badass. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He's got the moves. Michael J. Fox with the guitar gets the girl.
yeah.
A super great movie to grow up on, man.
He stood up to the
Way ahead of
bully.
his time. Yeah.
Yeah, way ahead of his time. Yeah. Two. I like them all. I like all three of them, but to me, it is definitely on my top 10. Simply because of the idea of going back in time, and they say, oh, you can't change things in the past because it'll affect the future. I don't know, I have to
Yeah.
ask Joe Rogan or Neil deGrasse
Yeah.
about that. But I mean, it just going, I don't know. My parents are divorced, so I don't know, I'd like to go in the past and kind of just snoop around. I'm like, let's see what the hell really happened here.
Yeah,
Why, what?
that was the point of the movie. Like, it is the whole movie was based around, the director saying, "Hey, would I get along with my parents if I went to school with them back in the day?"
That's right. Right.
It was a cool idea, man. Really cool.
Yeah.
It was a toss up between that and Beetlejuice. I had to sit here and think because And I'm a huge Beetlejuice fan, but
Did you catch the remake?
yeah, I didn't like it. It's too Disney for me.
Yeah, they ruin everything. They ruin Star Wars. They ruin
Yeah.
everything. I can't stand Disney.
Now they're gonna make a third one. I'm like, man, is it gonna get even more Disney? Like,
A third Beetlejuice?
yeah.
All right, man. All right, that's it. We're done. Yeah. And then, are you a Star Wars fan?
I'm really not.
All right, that's fine. Mate, you must be
Yeah.
a Trekkie then, huh?
Nope. Not into the Star Wars or the Star Trek, which I just had a conversation about that because I play Fortnite. It's in Fortnite right now.
Oh,
All the
okay.
Star Wars
Like
stuff.
the skins?
Yeah, skins and all the weapons and stuff. I'm like,
So you're a
oh, man.
Fortnite guy, huh?
Yes and no. It's something my wife's into, and I just do it, to have that bonding time, really.
Okay, cool. I like where this is going. So, what is your go-to video game? You said Madden, but is there something else?
No, that's absolutely it. So, once the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis
Hell
wasn't
yeah.
hot anymore, I kind of went away from the whole video game phase and never
Okay.
did it again. Now I do it, like I said, because the stationary bike's there, and just to kill time, I play Madden. I don't dabble too much in video games.
Super Nintendo was my system. I have a complete inbox Super Nintendo with the Donkey Kong game in it. They came included. It's not the original one because my I remember one of my fondest memories, and I'm asking you the same question. One of my fondest memories is my mom layawaying at a Kmart. I don't know if you guys had Kmart over there, but they
Yeah.
closed them down over here. And they had layaway, so I remember before my birthday, my mom would take me to Kmart and she'd tell me, "What do you want?" And she'll put it in layaway, and then she'll give it to me for my birthday. And one of them was the box. It was a Super Nintendo set, and then it was a Donkey Kong series. So I'm pretty close to my mom, and I found it on eBay for like 450 bucks. Like, yeah, it's mine. I don't care. I didn't even do research. Do you have any great memories of mom, dad, that just live with you in your heart?
Man, a lot. And it's funny, like you said, your story just now with your Super Nintendo. Mine, the first great one I do have, I was literally wearing Super Mario pajamas, bro. I think I even have a picture. Um, I got the Super Nintendo as well, but it was the Super Mario set.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So one of the first ones. And I didn't, like I said, that's when I was a gamer, bro. I did not leave the TV when I got that. I believe I'm one of the first streamers. I'm a super smart kid, man. I hooked it up to where
Yeah.
my Super Nintendo was going through my VCR into the TV, and my parents would get mad. I would record over VHS tapes,
How did you
me
do it?
playing video games. You stuff the little squares with
Yeah,
paper.
yes, hell yeah!
Yeah.
It worked
So I
for
was
the
like,
tape.
man, I was the first streamer.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. If I used to, well, when I couldn't buy blank tapes, I would get my mom's actual tapes, like you should buy for music, and you can
Yeah.
do the same thing. You can
Yep.
block a little hole, and then I remember I would wait for
For
a
the
song
radio.
for the radio, yeah, and but I'll wait until the dude shuts up because they're always talking
Yeah.
during the song, and then they'll. And I remember I used to have collections. Man,
Yeah,
if
I did the same.
see, I told you, man, we have quite a few things in common, dude.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Do your kids play video games? I mean, 5 years old. I mean, that's already. I'm pretty sure nowadays they have tablets and everything.
Yeah, of course, kids now they don't like to spend a moment without some technology in their
Yeah,
hand, little spoiled things.
yeah,
It's more available now than it was then.
definitely. It's easy. It's easy to get any kind of technology. I mean, phones is. I mean, unless you're going on the higher end, but you can get a decent phone, cheap phone, a tablet, and stream away.
Yeah.
Uh, Do you have a comfort food? Something, I don't know, your go-to, maybe something after a fight and you're just like, man, I just want to go sit down and eat this.
So, at the fights, I brought with me a big old bag, man. It was a big old lunchbox that I filled with like 5 different flavors of Reese's. They had the peanut butter and jelly Reese's, the lava cake Reese's. I had Reese's miniatures with Reese's pieces in it. Reese's is my candy. That's always my go-to. So after the fights, it's Yoo-hoo and Reese's.
Okay. I think maybe because it sounds like you have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
I can see it now. Chachi, sweet tooth. smooth Versace.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So you mentioned sports, Madden. Which is your favorite football team?
Chiefs.
Okay.
Longtime Chiefs fan.
What about basketball? Do you have one?
For personal reasons and not so much because I'm really into basketball, but I like the Orlando Magic.
Okay. Hockey,
Not really into hockey. No other sports either, like baseball,
soccer.
all that stuff. Nah, none of that.
Okay. What do you okay, prior to your fights, how do you prepare when you're in the back room, or the what do you call it? The locker room or whatever,
Mhm.
wherever they place you guys. I mean, I'm assuming, me personally, I picture myself stressing the hell out. I'm like, God, can you hurry up? Like, I just need to get this over with. How do you prepare, or what goes through your mind prior to a fight?
So, backstage, man, I kind of listen to some music, and I feel like I don't feel like a tough switch is turned on, like an angry switch, but I feel like an some kind of invincibility all of a sudden, like that. Just made of metal, man. Go in there and be as tough as I can be. I don't necessarily feel like I'm gonna go in and be a killer. It's something I want to learn to do, though, to be honest, because I gotta up some volume in my fights and stuff, and learn to be more aggressive. I feel like the whole life switch, becoming a little more peaceful, might keep me too calm. So
Okay.
right now, I'm still figuring that backstage thing out to where
Yeah.
I've got to turn on the animal and get out there.
Okay.
But because I'm a chill person, bro, and now I've got to the point I'm getting older. It's really just weighing even more on me to be more and more chill. But I've got to, with this profession, you got to turn that on, man. You got to flip it.
Yeah, you can't go in there. Yeah, that switch is just like a suit of armor, man. You can't not do it, because then you're
Yeah.
vulnerable, man. You're
Yeah,
vulnerable.
that's exactly what happened, I believe, too. In that last fight, man, I stayed calm. I got nervous a little bit in there, but otherwise, I mean, like, I feel like I was just not hype enough, too calm.
Okay. Um. So what's on your Spotify top of the list? What are you listening to right now?
Nothing more. Um, I like Aurora Wave is a new band I'm listening to lately a lot. It's a lot of metal and reggae music.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a specific reggae song that you like?
Yeah, I made a video to the song Kindness. It's
Okay.
about don't take my kindness for weakness. And
Amen.
since I heard it, it's been like my theme. It lives in my head.
It kind of sucks, man, because I'm the same way, man. I've always been a little pacifist, but when pushed, or when I feel like like somebody that I love, or somebody I'm with, a friend, is in some trouble or whatever, there's a switch that happens, and it takes a lot for me to flip that switch, but I become a monster, and I can say that honestly because I normally am not aggressive like that. I may look aggressive, like if you might, well, maybe if I don't know, I'm not always, but most people tend to be like, "Oh, this fucking guy looks. I don't want to talk to this guy." I don't know what the hell is going with that. So that's one thing that another thing that we have in common. And then we're both 37 years old. You were born 88,
Yeah,
and February is your birthday, right?
yeah, February 2nd.
Yeah, I'm October 29th, so I was born 87. And you just mentioned about getting older. I stress out about my age a lot. It's like a big monkey on my back. How is it with you, bro? I mean, we're about to hit 40 and almost at the same age, bro.
I really don't think I don't even feel 37, bro. I'm a little guy. My face, I feel like is still,
We got baby face. Yeah, let me
yeah.
shave this off, brother.
Yeah, I don't think about age at all until, I'm looking at my kids, but um doesn't bother me at all, man. It makes me in a
Good.
rush to get things done, but otherwise it doesn't phase me.
Okay. Okay. Um, what about well, we touched on your food. Growing up in school, man, did you it's a little corny, bro, but were you I mean, you said you were a little nerdy and stuff, but were you kind of a ladies man too? Because I'm looking at you in the interviews, and you're pretty smooth, man, and you're
Yeah.
cool. I mean, we're your ladies, man.
Yeah, so not nerdy in school, not at all. Nerdy in the sense that I cared about my education.
Right.
But I was actually like a skater, goth kid through
Oh,
school,
really?
and an absolute ladies man. uh, I was kind of a womanizer, and you know,
We all go through that, bro. It's just
yeah.
our hormones and emotions.
It was a terrible trait.
I don't know, man. I wonder who you got that from.
If I got anything from the Puerto Rican side, it was that for
I was
sure.
about to say that. I was talking to my old man. I was like, "Dad, are you a ladies' man growing up?" And he's like, oh yeah, your grandpa too." I was like, "I'm not a ladies' man, but I knew that if I felt confident in myself, like if I really took care of my body and everything, I might, I'd be out there, slaying, as they say." Do you attend theme parks, bro? Do you like roller coasters?
Yeah, I do actually. We got where we just go. We went to Disney just recently, but yeah, roller coasters, everything. It took me a while. I used to be afraid of heights, but then I went to the army and went to airborne school
Oh,
and was forced into heights.
yeah, yeah. You
So I
can't
was
bitch
just like,
out. So okay, thanks for telling sir for telling us that, dude. What age did you join the military?
I think I was 19 or 20 years old when I
Okay.
joined.
Was it a decision made out of like, yo, I need to do something with my life, or it was just the right step in your life?
Um, I was mid trail of that being a little hoe bag. And on my second baby, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, well, life can't keep going this way. I gotta do something responsible.
That's right. That's right. You're right when you say that whole Puerto Rican side of you is definitely it comes out, huh? Comes out. So you and your okay, hold on before I get into that one. So how was military for you? Knowing your background and your growing up and stuff, how did that affect you being in the military? Was it like you have to change, wow, or it was an easy transition?
It was honestly an easy transition. So in high school, I was also in ROTC, which
Okay, cool.
I felt was kind of it was pretty strict for what I thought anyway in high school. And then I got to the real army shortly after high school, and it was nothing like ROTC is like. They just made it fun.
Yeah,
There's a lot of fraternizing girls in
yeah.
there, messing with guys and stuff. And I loved my time in the army, but I feel like it was, when people say you go to jail and then you just become a better criminal.
Okay. I haven't heard that,
So,
but
like, I went to the army and I felt like I just got better at doing some of the bad stuff I was doing, like
yeah,
messing with girls.
yeah.
I wasn't drinking until I joined the army, but I joined there and got pretty good at drinking, and then
I got good at drink.
got real good at partying. And
All right. Here's a question. It's about military, but I have to know, man. So I dated a girl once who was in the Navy. Military is military. You go out there, you're with a bunch of people, your group, right? And I always suspected she was cheating.
she was,
I know, bro, but I just didn't want to come out and say it, and embarrass myself, right?
especially in the Navy. She's on a boat out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody knows.
I don't know if you're gonna see this, but you fucking whatever.
Sorry.
Nah, I mean, I knew it, and you know what it was, and I'm not ashamed, bro, because I think back, and it's funny, bro. It's just these moments, man, that kind of make you who you are. You learn. But I went to go see her in Biloxi, Mississippi. She was at some base there, and I got there, and she had a box full of her stuff because I guess she was about to get she was in training and stuff, and I don't know what came over me because I'm really not nosy. I wasn't like that with my wife. Never checked her phone, whatever. But I was like, let me just open this, and I opened it. I found a corset, and I was like, the fuck is she doing with the corset in the military? Later, I learned that she was kind of like I'm not gonna bash her or anything, but she was pretty loose. She was out there. She liked to experiment. Um, That's why I got your Xbox if you're watching, all right? Nah, just kidding. Damn, man, that's crazy. So you laid down a little, quite a bit of I guess pipe as they say in the military, huh?
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
don't be embarrassed, bro. It's all right. It's just an experience, man.
Yeah.
um all right, so you and your wife play video games together. How was she a gamer when you guys met, or is this something that you guys grew into together?
Yeah. Met her in my gym. The first time we hung
In the
out, we went
gym,
to
nice.
went to my place, bro. We went to Pier 60 in Clearwater, the beach that I like. But when we started hanging out, that was kind of her thing. Just chilling in the bed, playing Fortnite, and I don't know if I ever played it before then, but now we play it all the time. We have other friends too. We get together on Xbox and play.
Oh, Xbox. Oh man. Just kidding. I don't care. Yeah, gaming went down a lot for me. I used to game religiously. My wife used to always say, "I love watching you sitting there playing video games." And in my mind, I was like, "It's probably because you don't want me on the streets causing a muck," you know.
Yeah.
um. So Clearwater, huh? Is that Florida? Clearwater, Florida?
Yeah, that was where the pro debut was too, just this
That's right.
past weekend. And
That's right.
yeah,
It sounds like a nice place, man. So you recommend it? Pier what? What'd you say?
Pier 60, yeah,
Pier
Clearwater.
60. Okay. Have you been to Cali?
Yes, I used to live in Sausalito, if you know where that
Oh
is.
shit, up north. Yes, of
Yeah,
course. East
yeah,
Bay, right? Or Northeast
yeah,
Bay or something?
yeah, yeah.
How long were you there for?
Not very long. Shacking up in a weird situation somehow. One of the random times with my biological father, actually, he had a connection with a guy who owned and created Verizon Fios,
Oh, okay.
and I actually had a weird time. Like, did some salvia, if you know what salvia is,
Hell yeah. Ugh.
with the guy who created Verizon Fios, and just stayed there for a few months. I was kind of a nomad for a while. I just travel a lot, been to a lot of places.
I get that. I was kind of what do you call it? A rolling stone as well. I've been quite a few places on my own. Almost some well, more times than not because I had no other choice. That's life, you know. Um, did you get to go to San Francisco? And
Yeah,
like, yeah, how'd you like SF?
it's pretty cool, man. I'm a traveling type, but I like to see new things. I went to the Wax Museum. A lot of characters on the boardwalk there and stuff. See some of the seals, big old seals on the boardwalk and
Yeah,
stuff.
on the pier thing. What? Look, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
What is it?
pretty cool,
Pier?
man.
Yeah,
I don't
I
remember the name.
yeah. Fisherman's Wharf, kind of
Yes.
somewhere that way.
Yep.
I met my wife there, and I lived in Hayward, south from you, and
Hmm.
I worked at Twitter for a while, Twitter headquarters. I was dishwashing and low key sometimes even cooking for the employees there. I freaking love San Francisco, man.
Elon Musk didn't break you off.
What's up?
I say Elon Musk didn't break you off.
He wasn't even a part of it. I didn't even know who Elon Musk was yet. That fucking prick. Nah, I remember that fool cleaned the house. I wonder how everything ended up there too.
Mm.
Damn. Are
I
you
know
are
he fired a bunch of people though, so you might not have
Yeah,
made the cut.
I might have, well, I mean, they always want to keep the help. So I might have made it, you know.
There you go.
I was a dishwasher, so they were, hey, we need this guy. Let's keep him along. If you could live anywhere in the world, you and your family, with no worries of any money thing or nothing, where would you go?
Um, Another thing I try to tell people about because I love to inspire traveling is Pagosa Springs in Colorado. Google a picture of this place, bro, because it's the most beautiful place in the world. It's got like seven or somewhere between seven and nine different temperature tubs, natural heated springs from the earth, mineral water, and you walk into this place, they throw a big white fluffy robe over you, and you already walking through a bridge submerged in the mineral water, so your feet are going through, and the place looks like something out of like some Photoshop picture, man. It's
Out of
just
this world, right?
beautiful. Yeah, it's the most peaceful place I've ever been in my life.
Wait, was it overcrowded? Was it like a tourist place, or is it still
No, it
kind of a?
wasn't. I would consider it a tourist place for sure, but there wasn't many people there. If I had to guess, I'd say 20 to 30 people. It might have been the time of the year I was there, but I mean, Google a picture, bro, especially
I'm
winter
gonna
time.
message you after the interview. I'm gonna, yeah, send me the name after the interview. I'll definitely Google it,
I'll
man.
send you the picture that I show everybody because it's
Yeah.
the picture that sells it, bro. It's beautiful.
If you ever get a chance, I will send you the info too. I actually went to something similar. In Spanish, it's called grutas, and essentially is just heated water from underground.
Hmm.
And my old man took me. We had spent a whole day there. You can camp there. It's like a river, but it's like a river that goes downstream. And every time it goes down, there's a pool you can hang out, like a heated. It's not a pool, but it's just water that's flowing from down in the ground. And then you can go down into like a cave, big ass waterfall, and then you
Like a
go into,
grotto.
yeah, 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 and it's just warm water, and it was great, man. I've never experienced anything like that. So
It sounds real cool.
I'm assuming it's similar to what you experienced.
Where's that at?
It's in Mexico.
Mexico.
I want to say like 3 hours from Mexico City, maybe somewhere. Maybe I'll definitely give you some more info on that, but I don't remember what it's called. But anyways, okay. If you could, you're a fighter, obviously. If you could fight anybody in history, bro, who would you knock out?
If I could fight anybody in history,
Sir,
hmm,
good. You're thinking about it. It's gonna be good.
I like, man, I want to say Duran, Roberto Duran, but I mean, he
Ooh.
kicked my.
Hell yeah, bro. Woo.
But I mean, that's like, everybody wants to be like, the Jake Paul with Mike Tyson. That's his idol, I guess, or whatever. But I think Roberto Duran is on that level. Like, I don't get real jaded and starstruck, but I feel like that's someone who would do it for me.
Good for you, bro, because I get starstruck. If my wife was here, she would tell you he acts a fool. I start stuttering, bro. I forget what the hell I'm saying. Even in my interviews, like I get starstruck with you guys. I'm like stuttering. I have a notes here. I have notes, and all of a sudden, I'm like looking at. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, yeah, man. So okay, okay. You mentioned Jake Paul. I can't stand Jake Paul, and there's no way he's gonna ever listen to this. I know that. I've challenged him. I've gotten banned, not banned, but like they've booted me off social media for like a week or two, constantly getting warnings because I'm tagging Jake Paul, trashing him, telling him, "Fight me, give me a year to fucking train, and I'm gonna knock your ass out." I can't stand Jake Paul. Are you a fan of Jake Paul?
I am a fan of Jake Paul
Don't
because
hate me, brother. Don't hate me.
no, not at all, man. I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet. Jake Paul's inspiring kids, bro. He's got the power right now to warp kids' minds right now, and he's doing something positive with it.
I even
Rather
noticed
than
that.
being the same old Jake Paul where he was causing chaos on the internet and doing stupid pranks and all this dumb shit. At least he's turned it around, bro. He's doing something positive, and he's also spreading that positive. He's giving women a chance in boxing, bro, and
Yeah, that's true. In his
his
promotion
MVP
fight. Yeah, yeah,
promotions is doing
yeah.
big things, bro. Huge things.
Well, that's actually very nice for you to say of Jake Paul because I don't like him, but I just never saw it that way. I just saw him as an adult. I never watched him do his shenanigans, and I just didn't comprehend that there is a lot of kiddos. Matter of fact, a lot of kiddos watch boxing because of him now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's actually pretty cool. Fucking Jake Paul. I'm still gonna try to knock your ass out, man. His brother went to wrestling. Are you a wrestling fan?
I was back when WWF like aggression era,
Yeah,
Degeneration X,
that's
that
right.
kind of era. Nothing now, not at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, man, those are the best days, man. In those days, did you, I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure you did, or at least you got to experience it secondhand. Did you ever see kids, or were you ever involved in these like backyard wrestling matches that everybody would do with tables and stuff?
Bro, I took my mattress off of the box spring, would put them side by side, and
Yeah.
like pulling my socks over my shoes, look like wrestling boots, and color on some construction paper. Me
Hell
and my
yeah.
cousins to make the belts and stuff. Like
Hell yeah.
I did that all. Yeah,
Good times, bro. When I was in
yeah,
middle school, when we were in middle school, Crash, Holly, and them were
yeah.
they
Hardcore
were
Holly, Crash
hard,
Holly.
yes
Yeah,
sir. They were doing that. It was I don't know how you say it, but you if you get caught slipping and they pin you anywhere it is, they'll get that belt. For a while, that belt was floating around because somebody was walking around with that belt, and here comes somebody beats them up, and then the referee's always around for some fucking reason, and
yeah.
then the belt started moving around. I remember a kid had a replica of the hardcore belt or whatever. I think that's what it's called. And kids started getting beat up for it, and that belt would travel through kids. I don't even know if that kid got that belt back, but I would see kids
Jeez.
wrestling like in the fields and stuff. And I think one kid actually got really hurt. I don't know if he broke something on his back or like I don't know. It was back or neck, man. And I don't never knew what happened to him, but we were wild back then, huh?
Yeah,
Do you have a favorite wrestler from back then?
Trish Stratus.
Oh, that's funny you say that. I was a Lita. I was Lita guy. I fucking love Lita.
What?
Yes, sir.
Avialita was dope, but Trish Stratus was just hot.
She was hot, but I don't know. I guess whatever, man. All right. Well, I guess okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. She was hot. She was. Yeah. She was.
Guy wrestlers.
Thank
I
you. I was
like
about to ask
I
that.
like Sting.
Okay.
I mean he was WCW, but I mean I like Sting.
He was
And
in
the
WWF.
Rock.
The Rock. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
he?
Yeah. He came over for a little bit. I guess I don't know if I'm correct. What's it? Bischoff, dude. I think he was in charge of
Oh
these.
yeah,
Yeah.
when Raw and the Split, whatever.
Yeah, but they would occasionally jump back and forth and fight, different promotions. I don't know. It was a thing back then.
Yeah.
Sting. Uh, what about? Okay, you said The Rock. The Rock, man. Tell me I'm wrong. You're watching Friday, Thursday night SmackDown, and you hear "If you smell." Do you get chills? Did you get chills when you're watching that shit?
Everybody gets hyped for the Rock.
Of course. Shit. I mean, I would start screaming like, "Yeah!" Jumping on my bed. I get
Yeah.
chills, bro. Electricity.
When I think about every time someone asks me about wrestling, I go back to that. I had the WWF Aggression CD and the Rock song on there.
The Rock says, or which one was it?
That's how it goes. It says the
Yeah,
Rock
The
says,
Rock says,
"Jabroni, check yourself. You don't know me, Jabroni. Go back to the gym. You're too bony. Want a piece of the Rock? That's Royal Rumble. In this WrestleMania kid, I'll make you stumble. Get ready for the
"Yo,
squad dance. Here comes a chance for a killer ass whooping from the people's champ. If you smell what the Rock is
it's
cooking."
cooking." Oh my man, you were a fan, dude. Oh man, I have a coworker who's a hardcore wrestling fan. Every time I come back from the to the warehouse, he's working because I work with bicycles. He's working on a bicycle and he has his phone and always watching. He said he's watched WWF from the beginning, and he's just every single episode they show, every fight show that or wrestling event that they posted, he's watching it. And then one day, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, man. I just decided because at one point I also had I don't know which volume one or something of like all the wrestling songs. It might have been the same one you're talking about, but like the Degeneration X song, I like the fucking Edge song,
Yeah.
BKFC. Here I go tripping. HBK, Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, I was a big fan of him. Sweet
Was it the
Chain.
green CDs? They
Yeah,
like
yeah,
had
yeah,
a
yeah,
green tint. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Those were the volume one, two. I
yeah,
think they
yeah.
went up to like volume three.
Yeah. Oh man, those are amazing. I was on Spotify. I remember I was driving
Yeah.
home, blasting nothing but WWF music. People was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, good times, man. Good times. Did you ever think maybe you wanted to be a wrestler?
I mean, growing up,
Yeah, growing up,
I
I
thought
mean,
I was gonna. Growing up, I thought I was gonna be a Dragon Ball Z character. You know,
yeah.
a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who would you fight if you were in the Dragon Ball Z universe and you were just as tough as Goku? Because Goku takes all challenges. Who would you get down with? Who don't you
Uh,
like enough to fight? You could even go for a villain. but I like all villains, which is crazy.
Well, the Majin Buu fight, that's just the one.
That's the one. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. Majin Buu, I think, is the lead, the one that I've witnessed the most. For sure, Cell, Frieza is my favorite villain. I don't know what it is about it. It's not even the strongest being out there. Not
The
even his.
way he looks, Frieza looks dope.
Yeah, once he popped out of his little freaking vehicle thing, I was like, oh damn! I thought it was like a paraplegic. Like he's always gonna be on that, and he's just pointing fingers. Like, yeah, yeah. Do you or so? Do you still watch any kind of anime stuff, or that's in the
Not
past?
really. Yeah.
Okay.
Robot Chicken, if you consider that anime.
Wow, wow, that's old school. Is it Cartoon Network? Yeah.
Yeah. So there used to be a show when we were kids. It was
Thank you.
Action League Now. If you remember, it had like Gumby on it, and it was always the same action figures in every episode, but they always went on these adventures throughout, like in real life. But it was action figures going through it.
Was it on the Cartoon Network?
Yeah, it's like I guess Adult Swim back then or whatever.
Okay, I wasn't an Adult Swim person. I guess that was cable back in the days. That was cable. We didn't have cable all the time, so I was always Fox Kids and WB. I was a hardcore Pokemon fan, to be honest. A
Gotcha.
matter of fact, I just retired my Pokebelt like 3 years ago. I was hardcore. I thought I was just like you. I thought I was gonna be a Dragon Ball Z figure. I thought I was gonna be a Pokemon champion. And no, no, that's let that go, Hector. Watch out, let that go. Um, okay. Last thing, bro. Let's wrap this up, man. If uh, if you can go back in time and talk to your old self when you were a kid, what kind of advice would you give yourself?
Stop womanizing.
My man.
Don't do it.
Hey, you hear that, kids? If anybody of your kids watching this, man, stop messing with the girls and focus on yourself. All
For
right.
real, man. Listen, for so I didn't tell you, but I've got 6 baby mamas, and
Man, you're not playing. You're not playing. I kind
you
of
know,
figured that when you're like my first two kids and you're talking about military. I was like, oh, this
yeah.
one must have a couple more kids he hasn't mentioned.
Aside from those relationships not working, bro, like all the relationships that I thought got serious and didn't work set me so far back,
Yeah, it
and
sucks.
just like with losing our childhood, bro, I lost some toys. I lost some things that I'm not gonna get back. So, if I could have stayed away from all the girls, I'd still have a lot of my cool stuff, man.
Okay, what's one of the cool stuff that maybe you really hold on to in your heart and your mind at least?
I don't want to out nobody in case she hears, but man, I'm so I collect comic books and action figures and stuff. I had like a huge, huge Spider-Man collection of toys from like the 60s and still in boxes and things that are hard for kids to keep in packages, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that I kept for a long time. I lost all of that, every single thing. That was in New Jersey. Screw New Jersey.
Would you say you lost that stuff just because of maybe moving around or how? I mean,
It, it was literally because the relationship didn't work. I went one way, she went another way, and my stuff stayed that way. So
I
yeah.
wonder if my ex still has my Pokemon Sapphire that had a bunch of hardcore Pokemon in there. I don't know. I doubt it. I still think about that to this day, bro.
Yeah.
I actually,
Y- y- Have you seen some of the toys like when we were kids, bro? Ninja Turtles and stuff. Like the prices they go for now.
yeah, 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 yeah,
$300 for like one Raphael. Like, oh,
bro.
I had 12 of those.
Bro, I actually came across a bunch of these 90s toys. I had at least 30 figures of Ninja Turtles. I had the set where they're all like Halloween. Like I don't know which one was like the mummy, the glow in the
Yeah,
dark.
oozing and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean I only had them because I had to sell them.
yeah,
But yeah, dude, they went I made a lot of money selling those freaking figures. Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. Were you a Power Ranger fan?
yeah, yeah.
Who was your favorite Power Ranger?
The Blue Ranger.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody picks the Blue Ranger. What the hell?
It's always been a favorite color of mine. I don't know why.
Okay, well, I mean, I like blue. I remember
Blue and
fighting
red.
red. I remember fighting
Yeah.
people to be the Red Ranger, and then the White Ranger showed up, and everybody wanted to be the White Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I remember
His
that.
outfit was pretty dope. It was like white and gold.
Yeah, and then yeah, the tiger thing. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
phenomenal, man. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna throw something just off of left field. If you could be anybody else in the world, fictional or not, who would you be?
Hmm.
You're gonna think when you have
Yeah,
interviews with me, bro.
yeah. You ever read, or I'm sure you know of, The Great Gatsby, but
Yeah.
if you've ever read the book or even just seen the movie, because the movie was pretty spot on too. He's a guy that liked adventure, um, chasing after a love of his life, man. That's what it's all about, man. Like, even if it's a metaphor, whatever it is, chasing what you love, bro. But he was a baller, um, smart guy, ambitious. Great Gatsby, that's who I'd be.
Is that something? Is that something that you feel about yourself at the moment, or are you
For
ambitious?
sure.
Do you resonate with him right now?
Absolutely.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Chasing what I love every day, bro.
Good. Good. I mean, and it shows because I mean, you got what you chase. I mean, you have a family and you look happy, bro. You obviously don't look stressed out like I did when I just started the city. I was drained, bro. Good. Good. Okay. Well, okay, man. I mean, I appreciate you hanging out with me, man. And I could go on
Thank you.
forever, bro. But I mean,
Me
I know
too,
it's
bro.
it's like 8 o'clock with you already. Yeah. Fuck. We've been on an
Yeah.
hour. What the fuck? Oh shit.
No
Okay.
worries, man. You're good people. Good to
I
meet you,
appreciate
bro.
that. Same here. Well, even if I wish we would have met before, but
Yeah, for sure.
I
There was a
don't
lot
know.
of people there, bro. It's hard to shake everybody's hand.
Yeah, and it's funny because there's people who I spoke to on Instagram and they ended up going there too. And there's one guy, he lives in Texas. I forget his name. I posted a story about him. He's a roofer. And he's like, yeah, hey. I was like, I walked past him. I was, hey, you look familiar. He's like, yeah, dude. We spoke on Instagram. I was like, oh. It's like I have the worst memory, bro. Ever
It's
since
okay.
I went through my thing last year, I don't know what the hell happened, man. I feel like I aged and it's hard for me to retain memories, bro, and thoughts and ideas. Like I don't know what the hell. Hope I don't become senile, man. That might be a good thing. I don't
We're gonna do this interview again tomorrow.
know. Bro, I forgot. I forgot yesterday. I forgot yesterday. That the interview was Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah. Man. Who did you go see? You said you went to go to a concert yesterday.
Oh, I went. Another creative genius, bro.
Okay.
James Maynard. Tool, A Perfect Circle, Pussifer. If you don't know those bands, they've
I know
been around
Tool.
for decades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guy is super brilliant. He also has a gym in Arizona where he does jujitsu. He has a winery. He owns multiple businesses, and to put out as much music as that guy puts out, you gotta be a genius.
Yeah, and then still have time to do all this other crap, huh? Um. All right. So real quick, man, we're about to wrap this up. Is there anything you want to say? And this is two different subjects or two criterias categories. There's something you would like to tell a family member, a friend, something, maybe a shout out or I don't know. Is there's anything you want to tell somebody that you don't work with? And then is there something you want to give maybe shout outs to certain people you work with or training or etc. like that?
Something to people I don't work with.
Yeah.
Um, as we keep mentioning, bro, just keep pushing past quit. Practice it. Uh, especially with this fighting stuff, bro. You see these people in the ring, and some of these are very seasoned veterans, and
Yeah.
they quit. But you're already in there, man. Half the battle was getting there. The training was hard to get there. You're in the fight. These fights go on for 10 minutes, bro. If you can't make it 10 minutes without quitting, man, I don't want to say find another profession, but toughen up. You know, put your spirit and your heart into it, man. Don't quit. Push past it, dude. And for people I do know, just My fight, bro, I had an unreal amount of support, bro, and every fight, win or lose, that support just grows and grows an unbelievable amount. Um, and It's a blessing, bro. I battle depression and stuff, so it's a super good feeling to have. Be kind, be nice to everybody. You don't know what everybody's going through.
Phew, amen. Crazy, yeah. Oh man, that was powerful because I as peaceful as I am, I tend to be short tempered with myself, and that kind of resonates outward sometimes. And I mean, I'm kind of like you, bro. Like I'm genuinely a good person. Like um, I'm very considerate of people. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, or anything like that, but like. But knowing that, man, I think it'll make the world a better place. Don't you agree? People are just nicer to each other.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I said, you don't know what someone else is going through. Um, no matter what level of what it is they're going through, everybody treats situations different. You don't know their mental capacity. Um, what it could be a slow person, you know what I'm saying? And you say one wrong thing to the wrong person, and they might take it the wrong way, and you've ruined someone's life or their day, you know what I'm saying? Just it takes more effort to be mean than it does to just shut up, mind your business.
All right, I have to say this because I don't. Do you know who Morrissey is
More see.
or the Smiths? Is 80s. The Smiths is an 80s group, and then Morrissey was solo like 1987 and on, and he still
Mm,
does fucking music.
not familiar with it now.
All right, so he has a song, and there's a quote that's similar to that. It says, "It takes, it's easy. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's easy to get pissed off and say the wrong thing, but it takes courage and strength to be nice and do the right thing." And I'm like, damn, because it's true. It's so easy to blow your whole fucking life on bullshit, but to
Yeah.
try to do something nice for somebody, it's freaking. I mean, it takes a lot. That's strength. To be nice, you got to be tough, like strong.
Takes less energy too, bro. And if you're nice, you know what I'm saying, that's the end of it. If you're angry and you say something mean, that's not the end of it because you're angry, you say that angry thing to that person, and then you spend another 20, 30 minutes or even the rest of the day mad. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
dude. Yeah, damn, hell
Why?
yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think we're gonna write a book together for sure. We're gonna get some ideas together. All right, man. So shout outs, man. Any shout outs you got? Family, friends, coaches, just let it out, man.
Lots of shout outs. So I've got tons and tons of sponsors. Fran Hosh, Camp Easy Ride, HKA, Nuts Sense, um, too many, bro. And my gym, because I wouldn't be here without my gym and all the guys and girls in my gym who have helped push me from 300 pounds to the 124 pounds I just fought at. I wouldn't have done that without all my combat buddies in the gym. Kevin Smith, who's let me live in the gym, bro. BKFC, who just gave me the opportunity to fight in front of the world, gave me an opportunity to change my life. I think I did a pretty good job. BKFC put a roof over my head right now. I just lost my house in a hurricane.
Yeah.
Um, Dave Feldman, specifically, big shout out to him. Sean Wheelock, Chris Lytle, Brandon Gold, Josh Sanchez. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank you guys. Thank you all the fans. Thank you, Hector.
Yeah, bro. Hey, my man. You heard my name. I usually
I
don't say
did.
my name.
I'm attention to detail, man. I listen.
Good, man, my man. I know it was the end, but now that you mentioned David Feldman, I was watching. I just don't remember when it was, but and okay, so I remember I was watching Brian Sosa's show, the Bare Knuckle show, and Brian David Feldman was there, and it was after the hurricanes, and he did a shout out, and I know it was for you, bro. I don't think it. I think it was you. He did a
Hmm.
shout out for you because you had lost your home, and I don't know if they made a GoFundMe for you. Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was you. Okay,
Yep.
damn, that's cool. Just everything kind of comes together, man.
Yeah. So BKSC and Dave Feldman specifically know. Even before the hurricane, bro. Every time they need something done, which they come to Florida a lot,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Um, typically when BKFC needs something done here in Florida, they call Kevin Smith, and I'm that living the gym guy, bro. Like I'm the guy for everything. So they kept hearing my name. Oh, we need flyers done, and we need this done. We need a graphic for this, whatever it was. Chachi Versace, Chachi Versace. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that's
All
my
right.
dude, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's great, man. And I was like, yeah, it was last year. It was like at the end of the year, right, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember I even emailed because they're like, if because I guess they were doing like they were giving out he was giving out money to people and then you have to write in and tell your story. I remember I wrote in and everything, but I'm not the type that really puts myself out there like that. But I was like,
Mm,
maybe I put my name out there. But yeah, I remember that day. Real cool, man. I'm glad. I mean, I anonymously donated. I just did it without knowing you, but the fact that David Feldman did it, and I consider him like my future boss.
mhm.
I'm glad now I'm talking with you, bro. It's not even an interview. I'm just chatting with you,
Yeah,
like
I
so
appreciate it.
it's cool, man. I can feel good. I don't even know how to put into words, bro. So
Mm,
all right, man. Man, I just want to say thank you so much, man. Definitely top one of my top favorite interviews. It was just natural speaking to you. I'm very grateful you spend this hour with me, man. If there's, I mean, I'd like to. Um, Ryan Peterson said it like you're the voice of the peoples. I'm like, me? What the hell? Me? What? So I mean, if there's anything I can do, even at this moment where I am a nobody, if there's anything I can do, I keep in touch with these people that I do interviews with, man, and they consider me a friend, and you're a cool ass dude, man, and I hopefully we can be friends as well. Anything I can do, man, I'll repost stories, I'll repost posts, man. Just let me know, man. I'm your guy, dude. I guess that's a title from now on, the voice of the people, Mr. Saturn.
yeah, yeah. You're doing it, man. That's like all you can do is spread the word, spread positivity, bro. Keep good messages.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.
All right.